Most likely.
Look at me.
I am.
I can't keep a straight face.
Thought it was a staring contest or something like.
Hi.
All right, you won. You would.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the latest episode of the LeisureHub podcast. We are your hosts, Justin and
Pedro. Let me say my name.
I said Ann. Are you Ann?
Yeah, I said my name.
Okay, but you're not Ann.
Pedro.
So, we have a very special episode for you, ladies and gentlemen, today. We are back with another visual episode because we like to do visual. Just accept it. That's the way we do things here.
Amen.
All right.
Everyone just likes to see our faces.
Honestly, that's pretty much all I had for this podcast episode. Do you have anything else to add?
I do. I want to talk about AI in the music industry.
Whoa. Ayo, zinger. That's stupid.
I do.
AI in the music industry. So the question, right, would be like, should AI be used to create music?
All right. So,
Ooh. We're getting a little spicy on this.
What are
one.
we talking about? Like, are we talking about everything? Just the like instruments, or should it even have any part?
Should AI in general
Yes.
be used to create music? Like, let's just right away.
I don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
Up to a certain point, though.
Right. So right away, like, we have to give a decisive answer.
Okay. Ask me again.
Should AI be used to create music? Yes or no?
You know what? I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to say yes.
You know what?
What are you saying?
This is going to be a non-controversial podcast episode for you and I. Because
Are you going to agree with me?
I agree with you.
Okay.
Because I don't see AI as this mysterious overlord of intelligence that we can't grasp. All I recognize it as is a tool. It's how we use that.
It can, but I feel like there's I already said yes, but I want to say it in a way like I would like to see AI be used in the music industry, in an ethical way.
Yes, I think we're right now. There are not a lot of regulations for AI. There's not.
No, but there's a lot of controversy around it, and
easy.
There's artists like Billie Eilish.
Who?
Billie Eilish.
Who's that?
Come on, stop playing with me.
Busty?
Nah, bro. She's a minor.
How old is she?
She's like 18 or 19.
No, she's not. I thought she was in her 20s.
No, dude. She's got to be like 18 or 19.
Oh, my God, bro. I'm sorry. I got to backtrack.
No, you can't back down now.
Hold on.
But Billie Eilish.
She's 22.
Is she?
She's 22.
Damn. I made you think, though.
You did. Yeah, I almost got in trouble. Maybe.
You sweating.
I was like, ooh, what? It's. I don't have the AC on here. In the podcast room. We'll call it the podcast room.
We'll call it that. But Billie Eilish, Metro Boomin, and
the one that Drake just.
Yeah, the one who he should just make drums.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Shut up and make some drums.
Well, yeah, him, and then I think there was somebody else. I think it was Bon Jovi.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually like wrote letters to like they're in against this AI revolution, if you want to call it that.
You know who else wasn't super happy that people were using AI on their music, on his music?
Drake.
He's maybe as big as Drake, if not bigger.
Who?
Than Drake. Come on. You got to know this.
Bigger than Drake?
Bigger than Drake. Mi porto bonito.
Bad Bunny.
Okay. He made a statement. There was like a thing. This was like maybe a year ago.
Bigger than Drake. That's crazy. We'll leave that for another podcast.
That's another podcast. But he was not happy that people were using his voice
in AI.
For AI. He was not happy about it. Or at least to create songs. I
don't blame him.
As an artist?
I don't blame him because
as an artist, yeah.
I mean, it's his original work, and yeah, AI is getting like very, very complicated because not only the voice, but beats, instruments, everything could be grasped and remade into something different,
remixed.
Yeah, for example, there's like 2 AIs that can make songs out of out of nothing. Like if you tell them, I want a song about the moon, make it sad, and like you just have to give it directions, obviously.
Like generative AI.
Yeah, and it'll get you a song that it is borderline realistic. I mean, I was watching a video earlier today actually, and I'm gonna send a link. So
are you actually gonna send a link? Because I feel like you forget to send a link to me, and I feel some type of way about it afterwards.
I know, man. It's just I forget a lot. I forget about a lot of shit.
You forget about to wipe your ass. I mean, you left some skid marks in the toilet.
Yeah, I mean that's just how I am.
You got to change that.
I do.
Work on it. Grow. Be a better person.
That's my New Year's resolution.
Use toilet paper.
But damn, I forgot my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. I do that a lot. I make you lose your train of thought.
No, I was talking about
generative AI. You can use that to
and then there's two AIs that you could just say how you want it to feel, the song to feel like, and what kind of words you want in them and what instruments to use, and it will generate a borderline realistic song. And bro, and that's the reason I'm gonna put the link down, because I want people to see how close to reality this is. And now the reason why there's a problem is because, let's say, for example, let's take Bob Marley.
Who?
Bob Marley.
I don't know who that
is. Oh my god.
It's a joke. I know who Bob Marley is.
Okay.
I almost forgot.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
straight hair, right?
Bro, again, I lost my transition.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop interjecting. Bob Marley.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's say, for example, Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Yeah.
And they could take their style of like music, like the way the guitar sounds,
right,
the way everything sounds, even Bob Marley's voice, and then base the whole platform on that. So if people are telling the AI what to generate,
right,
the AI is going to generate it based on Bob Marley's and the Wailers, like music and voice.
Exactly.
So it's gonna it's based on copyrighted material.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I have 2 things with that.
Okay.
So do you agree with? I mean, I agree on how he used it, but the latest diss track that Drake dropped.
Yeah.
Do you agree with how he used it?
I agree with how he used it because it was a form of creative freedom.
However,
yes.
Did he get consent from Snoop Dogg to use his voice?
No.
Did he?
I don't think so. I mean, Snoop Dogg even dropped. I mean, Snoop Dogg doesn't give a.
No, he doesn't care.
He doesn't.
He doesn't give a what?
Yeah. Huh?
He doesn't give a what?
He doesn't give a duck.
Like, what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
No, he just doesn't care about it. Like, he literally said, "I'm going back to sleep."
Okay. So let me ask you another one.
Yeah.
Did Tupac care?
He didn't get consent from any of the whoever's managing Tupac's music.
And yes, for all of you that when I asked that question, I am aware that Tupac is deceased. That was a trick question, because the deceased can't be there to defend their own content.
Yeah, but there's people always like
material.
managing their stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, the families a lot of the time have the rights to a deceased person, any artwork or anything like that, like Akira Toriyama. Like, his family members would own any of the rights to some of his material unless he signed like a waiver or something like that, or NDA that he had to give all the things that he made in the studio belong to that studio. That's different. But so yeah, I mean, I think that's where you get a little dicey, right? Like, you have people use. It's one thing to use an artist's voice who's alive. But then it gets a little dicey with somebody that they're not alive to really defend that. Obviously, you have producers and you have like labels and everything like that can help defend the creator or the artist. But then that leads me to the next, my third question. I guess I had 3.
What's up?
So how does this affect the creative process?
I don't think it affects it. I feel like
in any way. Doesn't affect it in any way.
AI?
AI, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still talking about Drake.
No. We moved on. Drake's small. I'm better than Drake.
How this affects the creative process? I mean, it always comes down to the artist.
Sure.
So I feel like the artist is always, if you have a creative mind, that's the artist in you. So whether you're painting, whether you're strumming on a guitar, like you have creativeness in you. I mean, somebody who's not creative, they could learn how to paint. Yeah, they could learn how to draw, but the how fluid the ideas come to them might be a little harder. Yeah, that's just my take on it. Well, so sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't lose your train of thought though.
Okay.
Because so like Pedro and I have mentioned before, we have gone to an art school, so we know a little bit about, like, at least in terms of graphic design and web design. We don't know anything about really how music is distributed, but we do know that at least in the court of law, if you have a logo, right, to prove that you own that logo or any type of copyright, I mean, already once you create that logo, it's automatically yours. It's automatically copyrighted in air quotes, like to the very smallest degree. It's not copyrighted, but if you had to go to court and to prove your case as to why that logo is uniquely yours and not the person who copied it, one of the strategies is trying to replicate it. Right? If you can replicate it, it's yours. Something like that. I mean, I might be missing some legality points, but I mean, that's what I remember hearing in school. Maybe it's wrong. You tell me in the comments. I'm sure you guys will. But that's a general concept. Like recreating it is one thing, but if you have like the original files, and you can like something like that. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, so don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying stuff, okay? It's huge. Just kidding.
But especially if it's on computer. Like if it's computer generated, even if you're an artist and create a logo, I feel like that's easy to recreate, even if you're not creative.
I think part of the other thing is like the explanation behind the design. Like anybody can recreate anything. I will just say that anybody can recreate anything. Yeah. But if you can explain it, like the process on how to create it, that's completely different. Like, like I can't come over there like and say like how you created a logo.
Like the why.
Yeah, the why. Like I could maybe remake it. Maybe it won't be as good as yours, but I couldn't say exactly why you created it or how you did it that way or what tools you used. Yeah. Maybe I used completely different tools. But that brings us into like the inspiration like segment of it, right? Of the creative process, right? A lot of people, like personally, I mean, you and I just said that AI can be used to create music and pretty much any form. But
it's scary.
Yeah. It is scary. One way that we could use it is like inspiration, because right now, basically, as you and I, as artists individually, and like in terms of design, at least what my process is, I'll go to Dribble, I'll go to whatever, and I'll use those a lot of artists' work as inspiration or examples to give me ideas for something else, right? And so, like, I truly think that AI can literally be that. Like, at the very...
generate ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you necessarily have to take them verbatim as they are. Yeah. But I do think that if you say, hey, ChatGPT, I need some ideas I'm making a song. It's going to be titled this. Can you give me some ideas what to rap about or to sing about or some chords to play? And then you can get those, and then you can get, then you can say, I can take this and I can make it like that, or switch it in any type of variation. I think that in its purest form could 100% be AI, but you and I both know the internet is not so simple.
No, and I think this music AI topic is currently at that stage right now, whether they're copywriting, no, not copywriting, but I guess plagiarizing other people's like talents or and sounds,
content, sounds, likeness.
Yeah. So exactly. So I feel like the stage that we are at right now, AI is using that as a base to create other stuff.
Right.
So now, these AIs, the people that created them, are trying to work together to see if they can take that out of the picture and see if they can create, like, get an original base. You get what I mean? Now, whether it's going to be trusted by artists or not, or the people it's going to trust it, I don't know. But imagine the power that, like, the general public will get if they get their hands on original content. And if this AI is open to the public, would you be able to copyright a song? But technically is public domain,
right?
And it gets a little blurry.
Well, it's blurry because, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, there's no legality to using AI. Yeah, like, people can get pissed off that you're using their voice or their likeness, or you're using some of their beats as samples. Like, you can be pissed about that, but, like, as it stands right now, there's not much you can really do. I mean, obviously, ethically, you or I or anyone else shouldn't be going online to make a song using Kendrick Lamar or Post Malone or Jack Harlow's voice. Like, we shouldn't be doing any of that.
No. Or
or even Michael Jackson, since he's deceased, but I'm sure his family has, like, a lot of control of how his music is distributed.
Right.
So,
because it still generates money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing. Money is a big factor in this.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
you're losing out on money.
Yes. That's the big thing. These artists, they know how other people can generate money out of their own talent. Mm-hmm. So I guess the only thing you could really, like, let's say this AI thing blows up.
I mean, it already has.
I mean, yeah, but, like, even more than now, where, holy shit, like, I can't tell this is Post Malone or not, and it's a very popular song, but it's actually AI. Let's say we're up in that point, right?
We're pretty damn close. I mean, I would say we're a little off.
Yeah.
Because you can still tell that it's not, like, if you listen to, what's the song title called with Drake, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac? What's that song
is called Tailor Made.
Like, you can tell, like, it sounds like at least Tupac's like sounds like it's tin canny. It's very tinny. Yeah.
But imagine a year from now,
bro. I showed you the
Sora.
I showed you Sora. Yeah. I'll throw that up.
Yeah.
Right there. See, now you can see my pops.
Yeah, right.
But I'll throw that up right there. Yeah. But Sora is still in its very primitive stage, right? Mm-hmm. So we had the Will Smith eating spaghetti video that AI had generated years ago that started trending. That was, like, a little bit over a year ago. Yeah. Now, if you go to Sora, you have these videos that are extremely lifelike, and that was in just a year's time.
You really have to look into it to figure out if it's real or not. For example, in one of these videos, the only factor that determines whether it's real or not is, like, their hand movements. It's just like it doesn't know how to move hands yet.
Yeah. There's, like, an instance in one of them. There's this older woman. Yeah. She's blowing out birthday candles, and the candles are, like, moving, like, instead, like, candles will flicker like this. Yeah. But the candles are flickering, like, they're, like, lopsided off like this. Yeah. Some of the candles are, like,
they're kind of going into nothing,
opposite directions. Yeah. And then some of the people in the background are, like, doing these awkward things with their hands. Like, normally you clap.
Yeah.
But they're going,
it's kind of creepy. It's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
It's because weird. It's like, there's a term out there.
It's so lifelike to portray humans, but it almost, at the same time, it's so weird because it doesn't look human at all.
There's a term out there. I don't know what it's called, but there's a term out there when you don't recognize, when you see a human being, but the uncanny valley.
Uncanny valley.
That's what it's called. That's the term. You search up uncanny valley and you'll know what I mean. Like, you see a human, but there's something about him that it's not human.
Quite right,
bro, and it makes it, like, 100 times scarier.
That's scary.
It's like, bro, like, my hairs are standing up right now. But anyways, that's kind of what it gives you.
Oh shit, your hair's gone.
It's always been gone. But that is what it gives you when you look at these videos. Like, wow, everything is real, but then you notice these small little details. Yeah. And it's like, shit, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But imagine that, like that Will Smith clip eating a spaghetti, and up to, let's say, the birthday candles, it is a lot of improvement.
That's a drastic improvement.
Exactly.
Bro.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if, give it a year with these music like voiceovers, and like, for example, you can't tell the difference between the real Post Malone and the fake Post Malone. And I feel like at that point, the only thing an artist could do is copyright their voice tones, their voice chords. Bro, that would be insane.
Can you do that? I mean, I know nothing about copyright, but can you even do that?
That's, bro, you're born with that. That's the only thing you could really claim. Like, you know, I came in naked into the world, and I will go naked.
So here's the thing: how do you stop that content from being made?
You can't.
It's the internet.
You can't.
It's the internet. It's already a thing. Yeah. Like, you can do so much. Like, I mean, YouTube has different copyright strikes, but at least when you're sharing content on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, rest in peace.
That's getting banned.
Yeah. I'm sorry everybody. But like the smaller platforms don't really have copyright striking. Like, it's mainly YouTube that has that. And so, like, obviously if we played a minute long 30 seconds of Taylor Swift, instantly copyrighted. Yeah. Like, instantly. So, but if you do,
why is it copyrighted though?
It's first off, the beats and the song in general, not the lyrics. Well, the lyrics are copyrighted, but then not just that, but the song itself, like the instrumentals, that in itself is copyrighted. A lot of, at least in rap, a lot of artists will use samples of other music that has been created. So from what I've heard, or what my understanding is, when you use another artist's music as a sample, you still have to pay out a fee to use that song now, and then you can change it in any way you want. So here's another thing, right? I'm pointing at the screen. Here's another thing. One of the rules, at least in copyright, at least that I was told, and maybe this was wrong for our school, right? So blame my school for this maybe lack of information or misconstrued information.
We went to AI, by the way.
It's getting shut down.
The art institutes, which they're being accused of fraud, and now, hey, we're debt free now.
Isn't that funny? AI, but AI.
Crazy.
Meta.
But anyways, continue.
What was I saying?
Huh?
I don't remember what I was saying. I lost it.
See, it was this is payback.
Yeah, it is. I cut you off like 3 times. Now you gotta jump.
No, you're talking about copyright, and you don't know if you have it right or not.
Oh, okay. So
you don't know if you have it right or not. What they told you about, because I asked you about copyright and why do we copyright?
Yeah, I don't remember. It's gone. It's the camera. It's the mic. It fogs my mind whenever I'm trying to like think of something.
My bad.
But yeah, fuck you, man. Don't do it again.
I won't. Don't worry about it.
Good.
It's fine.
That's what I like to hear.
I won't.
Stop.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Well, I don't know what we were talking about last. So, but copyright is a huge thing, especially when you're dealing with music. Like I said, samples.
Yeah.
You have to get that cleared. Now I remember.
Okay.
If you as long as you tweak it to make it your own or make it unique, there's no copyright. That's what I was told, at least at school. Okay, so
yeah.
So you have that's
what I heard too.
Patagonia hat on, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I was like, I'm gonna replicate that logo, but I'm gonna tweak it to make it look different.
There might be ways around that. I mean, you're right, but I think that definitely has to be a way around.
Like if I tweaked it, then I mean, I'm allowed to use it, right?
Yeah, like misspell it or something for some reason.
I think what the issue comes comes in when the logo in this case it resembles the original logo too closely.
Yes.
You have to change it just enough that it's different enough that it's unique, right? So that I guess that's my question, right? Like in music, like if you're basically doing that where you're changing and snipping a lot of the drums and a lot of the bass, and sampling a song, why do you still have to pay for that? I mean, that's not a question for you to answer.
Okay, what if we take money out of the equation?
Okay.
What if we take money out of the equation and the whole public starts making music and says, "Fuck it, we're not gonna charge it, but the world deserves music."
It'll never happen.
Huh?
It'll never happen.
Okay, it will never happen. But now, why would it never happen? It wouldn't happen now. Why? Because I feel like it takes so much to, deal with everything that you have to deal with in making the music, even if it's like if you're plagiarizing. But what if touch of a button, it takes you 30 seconds to make a crazy ass Drake song or whatever artist you want? Bro, it took me 30 seconds. Let's get this shit out for free. I mean, bro, they can't do nothing about that because they're using it for nonprofit, unless there's something out there that I don't know about. But
but even if you're not using it for nonprofit, like if you're making a video on YouTube and
this could open up to so many opportunities. Somebody can make a whole new website. I
know, but I'm saying like even if you post a video on YouTube of content, somebody else's music or whatever, without your intention of monetizing it, it's still copyright. Like they'll still take it down. There's no money involved there because you're not getting any ad revenue and you're not monetizing it.
Yeah.
So, but YouTube will still take it down. So that's what I'm saying is like, it's always about money.
That's okay. I know, but that's YouTube.
At least, especially in the music industry.
But the money follows the crowd, in my opinion. Like, bro, if everything that is like good, people will follow it.
Okay.
Then once people that care about money sees where the crowd is at, how can we take it there? That's how it happens. But let's say for some reason somebody makes a website completely non-profit, and people could share AI generated music there in peace. And this, bro, like that's a good idea.
I mean, people can already do that.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Not on YouTube though. But they can do it everywhere else.
Yeah, not on YouTube. Yeah. But there is an interest in that. Like, I want to hear more music from my deceased artist. And they could go to this website constantly hear new stuff from this artist. I know, they're not going to care because it's small. But the more people like see, I don't have to wait for Drake to drop an album in another year. I can just go to this website and get music every freaking day.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to see more people kind of migrate to that. Now imagine if this is happening. Now YouTube is going to be like, damn, how can we get in? YouTube can't do nothing.
Yeah.
But you know who's going to try to get in there? Ads.
Yeah.
And that's how they're probably going to profit.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to, subscription.
Sure.
And they can manage everything because it's their website. And people, they need to make money or something. They already paid $10 for Spotify for this. Why not do it for this? Because I can get anything that I really want, probably better.
Yeah,
bro. Like, I don't know. This shit could change up.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe I'm talking out of my ass here. Bro.
Maybe.
I'm just speaking my mind. What if this shit happens?
Yeah, this is more like our podcast is more like opinions, just thoughts in general. It's not necessarily all factual because, like, I can tell you right now, I'm dumb as shit.
We both are.
So I don't know half the ass that I'm talking about. It's more just about like my opinion, my thoughts on it in general. So I guess that begs the question. So like, why do you think some artists now are starting to use AI in music? I have a good idea, but like, I guess I want to hear what Pedro Patagonia Madera has to say.
Wait, what was the question again?
Do you not even listen to me?
I don't know, bro. That's a lot. What was the question?
why are some artists using AI like now?
So the only instance I know is Drake. Mm-hmm. And he used it successfully in my perspective. I know a lot of people might disagree.
Are you a dick writer?
Huh?
Are you a dick writer for Drake?
I'm not a dick writer. No, I'm not a dick writer for anybody. But what I'm saying is,
you like that Benito?
Yeah, I like his music.
Yeah, but you're a dick writer for him.
No, I'm not. What's a dick writer?
You.
I'm a dick writer.
No, I'm kidding.
But what I'm saying about the reason I say he used it successfully is he just used the tone. Okay. not to make new music. No, it was just for a specific purpose, to go at Kendrick. He used it, his own lyrics, quote unquote, right? Because they're saying out there that Drake has ghostwriters. But anyways, let's say his own lyrics from himself and maybe his buddies, and they use their different tones to reflect Kendrick's idols. To me, that's just creative freedom, and something that, when you have creative freedom, you kind of tend to break the rules. And if you're an artist and you don't agree with me, it's like that you're contradicting yourself.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something.
To me, that was the art move.
Right.
It was like, damn, he used something that's forbidden.
I will say I do like how he used it. I think he did use it correctly. However, when you're talking about, for example, when we had shout out to High Roller TV, Matt. Yo. But when we did the collab and we had the thumbnail up, do you think it's proper etiquette to ask another content creator, hey, we had you on as a guest. Do you mind if we use your logo or you as a person in our thumbnail? Do you think it is what do you think about
it? Is proper etiquette, but not when you're trying to be disrespectful. If you try to be disrespectful, you don't care about etiquette. When you have the money to spend on fines and fees to prove a point, you don't care. Bro, to me, he made a point. Okay, I'm not saying because Drake is good, Kendrick is good. I just see it as a good old rap battle. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
But I see an artist breaking rules in a creative way, right?
Sure.
To make it even more disrespectful. And hey, if I have to pay shit, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He I mean, he has tons of money, so at this point.
He did and thought later.
Yeah.
And to me, it was a good move.
Yeah. I mean, he has a lot of money, so it's like if he gets like $2,000 in fee, or well, probably more than that, but it's like, cool, here you go, here's the money.
You don't need the proper etiquette to be disrespectful.
No,
actually, because if you want to be disrespectful, just forget about etiquette.
Well, because you know what though, at the end of the day, he's still gonna make. Even though he generated that song with a lot of AI, he's still gonna generate tons of revenue. Even though he can't gain any money off of that specific track, he can still gain a lot of money. Like, because people were like, oh, this was dope. Let me go listen to Push-Ups. Yes. Let me go listen to his other stuff. I mean, it's promotion right there. It's free marketing right there.
And a lot of artists, I'm talking about like painters, and artists in general, the way they make a point is to piss off the public.
Sure.
Like
Banksy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he's more of like I feel like he's with the public. I feel like he's more of like I don't know how to say it, but I feel like he's with the public in terms of like
he has like
going against whatever's in power, or
he's woke. I'll say he's woke.
Yeah,
but he definitely does put things that catch attention.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like it's controversial,
right? But it what I mean is, it's controversial, but he keeps his honor. Like, people like him, But when an artist breaks the rules and pisses off people and is willing to take
the heat
because he knows it's gonna piss off people, bro, that is art at its finest.
Sound like a real dick rider for Drake right now.
Huh?
You said you sound like a real dick rider for Drake.
I'm a dick rider for art, bro. No. I'll tell you that.
No,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that
for art, bro. Anything that's like is used creatively and will piss people off because they broke the rules and used it in an effective way, I'm an advocate for that.
That's innovation at its finest. And see, like, my thing is with AI is you have to embrace it. It's not going away. It's staying here for good, just like COVID-19. But like,
it's gonna come down to whether you use it ethically or not.
Exactly. So like I think we're gonna, because of this. I mean, before this, you had creators on TikTok or Instagram using Kendrick Lamar's voice, but they would write their own songs. They would just use Kendrick Lamar's voice with the voice changer, which they're doing all the extra work. They're making the beats. All they were using is his voice.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't think anything is inherently wrong with that. I think when you're trying to make money off of it.
I mean, if you're putting it out on YouTube, you kind of.
It wasn't on YouTube. It was on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I saw someone on YouTube.
He might have a YouTube channel, but I watched it on TikTok.
Okay.
Because I thought it was crazy. And then somebody else made an AI song with Drake, and people were commenting, ghostwriters are making better ghostwriters are making better music than Drake is making music.
See, I saw that on YouTube about Kendrick.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, bro, there's two sides going at it for sure.
Well, I watched this like a while ago. This wasn't during the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake diss. No. This was like a year ago.
No,
but like, how crazy those voice changers are to make you sound like whatever artist, as long as you train the AI to.
My bad. I know what song you're talking about. That song was a banger.
What song?
The song about Drake. The AI song.
Yeah, there was one that was floating around like a year ago.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty fire.
It was fire.
And it was like,
I remember
that. People were like, these ghostwriters are making music for Drake, and like it's better than some of his shit.
Yeah.
But like I said, when you have technology, AI is a tool, and it's something that you have to embrace, because if you can't see it going away, the technology will always be there. Why fight it? Yep. You got to come up with rules and regulations for how to use it. Obviously, you don't want to like copyright people. You don't want people to like go around stealing a whole bunch of people's voices.
Yeah,
of course not. But you have to embrace it. But I do think you can create music way faster. As you know, I mean, like in order to create music in general, like look at J. Cole. Like he's a master with the pen.
Yeah.
But like the amount of time that it takes him to make an album, I'm not just talking about a song, but an album, it takes like, if he's trying to get it out, I mean, usually most artists are taking their time with it. It takes like a year, 2 years, sometimes even 3-4 years to make an album. I feel like with people consuming content nowadays, spending 3 years on an album is almost too long. Now
spending a year in an album,
3 years,
3 years in an album,
nowadays it's too long.
I feel like people come with an album, like artists comes with an album like every year or so.
Not Kendrick,
definitely not.
But like Drake's been dropping them like it's candy.
Yeah,
J. Cole
too, like once a year.
He's been doing features,
I think,
not albums.
Really, once a year?
No,
you might be right. Yeah.
So the off season came out in. The off season. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. No, but I know Drake be dropping at least like one.
Came out in 2021.
Okay.
And then Might Delete Later came out this year. So it's roughly 3 years later.
Damn.
But if you've been following his track record, he's been dropping features like, bro,
you're right.
Everywhere. He's
still bodying. Like he tries to stay relevant and shit.
Yeah, he's been bodying every single feature he's been on. Like there's not a single feature he's been on that he's missed.
Yeah.
Fight me on that one. No, not you. I mean, the people listen, I will die on that hill.
That's a dick right there.
Oh, 100%.
Yo.
Bro, 100%. I will say that. I will acknowledge that. No, but I like Kendrick. I like Drake. I mean, like as much of a fan as I am of J. Cole, like it's like I don't have any hate for Drake or Kendrick. Like I just like whoever sounds better. Although I will say I'm not the biggest on how he backed out, but it does fit his character. J. Cole, that is. But like 3 years from the off season to Might Delete Later, obviously there's a lot that goes into making music. Like I will never sugarcoat that. I will never make light of that. I'm not a musician. I'm not a rapper. I'm not an artist of any kind. I will never pretend to be. But with AI, anybody could be an artist.
Yeah.
Or musician and artist. How good of an artist, that depends on like your writing and the music and the beat switches and everything like that. Lyricism.
Yeah.
But you know, like you said, like what would normally take a rapper or an artist more time to create now takes even less time. Drake made this song with Snoop Dogg and Tupac, right? Imagine exclude Tupac, but imagine if he had to get the sample cleared, he had to reach out to Snoop Dogg's like point of contact. He had to talk to them, set up a deal, set up a date. Snoop had to write his verse and then send it to Drake. It had to be edited. Bro, that would have taken like months.
Yeah.
So like
that was disrespectful.
That was like
and people are not considerate.
No, they're not considerate. Like, should we go fight them?
You should let them know.
Hold on.
We're having
Yeah,
a
I'll go let them know. I'll go fight them.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
But yeah.
You gotta keep it going.
Well, who? Who am I gonna talk to?
Me, myself, and I. Do you like that song?
What? Jeezy? No.
Jeezy.
Is it Jeezy?
It was Jeezy.
Yeah.
Where were we? Now I got my mind distracted. Too many motorcycles
you were talking
in the
about
background.
like him getting cleared out. Like Snoop Dogg's verse.
It would take a
like
long
that,
time. Long story short, it would take a long time. So, and then to go along with this theme, you can bring voices from the past. I mean, you literally did it with Tupac. And other people did it with. There was some AI models that people trained for Biggie Smalls.
No shoot.
I'm
not that big into that shit.
Like, this was like a year ago. I saw it on TikTok. People did Biggie Smalls, and I'm like anybody that you want to hear from. You can even do DMX. Like, he's gone, but you could still do like.
And the voices, you're right. It sounds like kind of like a tin can.
It's very tinny.
Yeah, but like
over time,
imagine a year.
Over time, it's like already it's nuts.
Like wow.
Already it's nuts. It's going to be dangerous, and like it's already dangerous now. People are misusing it now, but I can only imagine 5 years from now. Like, it's almost indistinguishable, like, from reality.
Do you think there's a way that people can profit out of this somehow?
Oh, 100%.
Do you think
100%?
Do you think we're gonna go back to the days where I'm gonna burn you a CD with my own AI music and I'm gonna give it to you for like $10-15? It's a whole, let's say, Bob Marley album. No, but it's like uniquely to you, like, and just pay me $20.
I mean, you just gave people an idea right now. I mean, if someone else didn't have that idea, now
if
it's
it
out
benefits you, go ahead, bro. We're gonna go back to opening up our trunks, and it's like, here, you know what I mean, just handing out CD.
You gotta open. You gotta
come back.
You gotta open up the slant on the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Check out my Cybertruck,
bro. It's gonna be like the 2000s all over again.
Yeah. I mean,
I can see that.
History repeats itself.
I can see that. But then again, it's like, bro, you can't tell people what to do. Like, if
you can try.
You can try, but they're gonna, like you said, you always say, like, they're gonna try to find a way around it.
Yeah.
And people have always done this, especially now how greedy the industry is. Not only the like
that's an understatement.
Like even the video game company, people are gonna find ways around it to have a better life experience for themselves. I mean, that's what we're all here for.
If the content doesn't exist, or if it's being made too slow, people will find a way to make it faster. And I say that because it's like you have a lot of fans who will literally, they love a game so much that they'll go and make their own fan-made game.
Oh, 100%.
Have you heard of the Bloodborne cart?
No.
They literally took Bloodborne and they turned into like a Mario Kart type of game.
What?
But it's have you heard of the Bloodborne demake?
No.
So they remade Bloodborne. Fans made this. They remade Bloodborne in a PlayStation 1 like style.
Graphic style.
Yeah. With like original PlayStation 1 technology.
That's pretty cool.
Right? And so they took that style, PS1 style,
people
for Bloodborne.
Go far for this shit. They
love shit. If it doesn't exist, they will make it. And so that's what I'm saying with like music is like, to your point, I agree with you. Like 100%, people will, it doesn't exist now, but if you want to make a whole song using Bob Marley or Tupac or whoever, people are going to do that, and they might go back. They might, in fact, go back into the back of their cyber truck.
Yeah.
And then, hey, let me sell you this CD.
It might.
But
and now that you say that, so you said history repeats itself.
History does repeat itself.
So let's say if there comes a point where music becomes so saturated, and I mean this by like
oversaturated.
Oversaturated. What I guess
kind of already is.
There is no high demand for it. So basically, it will be dirt cheap to like
produce.
It's easy. It would be easy to come like around music.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know if that'll ever happen because a lot of these labels, a lot of people who are making music,
Bro, who gives a fuck about labels if you could do it in your own computer?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, bro, like we're taking, it's basically we're taking what they have been withholding for us for our money, right? I mean, and I get that because like we're paying for like I don't want to make that fall. We're paying for, work that they have done.
Fuck!
That was late as shit.
Yeah, I had to really let that soak in.
But we're paying for stuff that they have done, right?
Sure.
But you know how we are. Humans are going to come across something easier, something more accessible, and they're just going to...
Convenient.
Yeah, and they're just going to flock to it, right?
Yeah.
So let's say the music industry gets oversaturated to the point where nothing really matters in terms of music. Like, hell, oh yeah, but I think there's something beautiful about that too, because I feel like now every song that you come across to, bro, there's like 1 in a million chance you come across that song.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I know like this
it's like
song
a rare Pokemon card.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, like, see, let's say we got CDs. Bro, every person you walk around with CDs will have a unique, different song.
That is true.
So it's like, bro, no, I have to bring my shit to the party because they gotta listen to this shit.
Yeah.
Bro, there's something beautiful about it. I'm talking about like cyberpunk shit.
Bro, that sounds like the days when like like you're in your early career of being a rapper or a songwriter and you're handing out your CDs. Do you remember seeing that video of Logic in New York? And he's trying to hand out undercover.
Nah,
or not undercover.
That's
under pressure.
Cool,
he was like, "Hey, you want to buy my CD?" They're like, "Nah." You want to buy my CD? They're like, "Nah." Want to buy my CD? Nah.
That's cool. Though.
And I think one person took it. At least in the video. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it. But he was like literally handing out CDs in New York.
That's dope.
So like I can that's what you just said reminded me of that time.
But I think it'll be something to look for. Like forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's bad and I mean, people take it as bad and it's going to shit. But like think of all the possibilities and like the beautiful shit it will come. I mean, I feel like with everything that comes by, something good and bad is gonna come with
100%. I mean, look at the internet.
Exactly.
The internet, like
it's gonna be a different state.
20 years ago, you wouldn't have thought that you could make any money off of the internet. Like anything.
Yeah.
Even when social media became a thing, you and I were like what, in middle school, something like that? Facebook, MySpace.
No, bro, I was MySpace?
MySpace was middle school. Like seventh grade, 6th grade.
MySpace, bro?
MySpace.
Bro, I had MySpace when I was like 11.
Yes, that's literally 6th grade, middle school for us.
You're right. I guess I was in 5th grade when that happened.
7th grade, I was like 12. I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, you're right. And back before that, it was the MSN.
MSN, AIM.
Yeah, bro, I was big into that. Bro, I was small. How my parents let me do that shit?
You probably talking to a lot of biddies on there, huh?
I don't
he's thinking, he's like, I gotta block,
I had like a couple
out.
people on my but I don't even remember who I was chatting with, bro. That's fucked up. That's crazy.
But like even back then, like no one could have imagined that people could have made full blown careers or as a content creator. Yeah. No one could have. Mm-hmm. And no one could have even predicted that.
It's something that came good with the internet.
Right. As a repercussion of that, you have all these other platforms where you can make money. YouTube became a thing, and now you can make money off of that. But again, a lot of people who were making content on YouTube at the time or when it first started, it never was this thought. I was like, I'm gonna be a content creator. I'm gonna make money. It's a super new industry.
Yeah.
So like with AI, we're at that stage right now. But it's happening a lot faster.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So
Everything's just gonna be faster and faster and faster, more accessible.
The 3 body problem.
Yeah.
So, remember when they were going through? Spoiler alert.
To the river.
No, it was when they were talking. It was the one girl talking, and the one girl talking to like the alien or whatever, and she's like, "How long did it take you to
for the humans to develop the farming and
stuff
like that?
Every generation, faster and faster and faster, and it's like steam engineering to like gas powered, and from gas powered to electric, and from the no internet to internet, like less and less time. AI,
that's gonna speed up the process even more.
Speed up the process
exponentially. Like humans been growing exponentially.
Oh, 100%. Like I can't imagine how like we're growing extremely fast. So like that begs the question: where does music go from here? Like if you could wrap it up, like where do you think music can go?
Where do I see music in 15 years?
15.
Like I said, I feel like music is gonna become something so unique that you might have the one and only song, like 1 in a billion songs.
Sure.
That nobody has ever listened to,
yeah,
except you and the creator.
Sure.
So I'm thinking like, are these gonna become like collectibles? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yo, and like let's say you're collecting a song, and then there's history behind it. It's like only 2 people in the world have listened to this. Mm-hmm. Is that gonna contribute to the value of the song?
Do you think that it'll contribute to the artist? Huh? Like, do you think that'll contribute to the growth of an artist? So like let's say I don't want to keep using Drake, so I'll throw in I'll use Kid Cudi.
Okay.
So like Kid Cudi, he fell off.
Okay.
Okay. Childish Gambino.
Okay. I just use that.
Why? What's wrong with Childish Gambino?
I just did that to piss you off.
Okay. But so let's say that, like, you know, it may not directly bring him income, but does that, like, because like you said it's a unique thing. Yes. Do you think it's gonna highlight these artists even more? It's like, oh, like, have you heard this rare thing like that I made with Childish Gambino? Or
I think if you're looking at it from a positive view, right? Now I'm trying to be optimistic and stay very positive here. So right now we value people. We tend to value people depending on how much money they have.
How much money you got? A lot.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Because they can do whatever they want. Yeah. Right. But let's say you take that money out. Let's say you take that money out. Hey, yo, shut up. Say no. Let's say.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Let's say you take that money out, right? Is the person still like, do you hold that person up to that standard? Do you see?
Yeah.
Now it's not more about the money, bro. It's like, what can you bring to the world?
That's true.
So let's say now you remember Childish Gambino. I mean, which we do.
Yeah, yeah.
For his voice, for this and that. Now it's up to them to deal with their own ego.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you either appreciate what you gave to the world, you know, or recognize that you're a human as well as all of us, and you could fall at any moment. You know what I mean? You're just as human as us.
You're just as vulnerable, and you can fall just as much as
us.
As exactly. A 9 to 5.
All you can do at the end of the day is, bro, if you have a beautiful voice, all you can do is give it.
Think about people making artists say shit that they've never said before. I mean, you already see that with Biden and Trump and politicians. I mean, you and I can tell that it's not real.
No.
But our parents are like, oh my God, did you see that?
Yeah, all the time.
So-and-so said that. It's like, it's not real. It's AI.
It's not real.
It's AI. We can catch that, but the older generation, they can't.
Oh, and there's going to be a point where we're
not going to be able to catch it.
How do you know we can't catch it right now?
What do you mean?
What if, bro, come on.
I mean,
you know that the CIA got all this shit that we don't know about.
Oh, no, I don't know. But, like, I mean, like, right as it stands right now, if you look at the mouth movements, I'm talking about, like, changing what somebody is saying in a video, you can see that the lips don't match up. However, there is AI models. There are AI models where you can change the lips and to match more what the words are saying. Yes, I've seen it done in a video before where, like, oh, it was like if you wanted to cut out like the F-bomb in a specific movie.
Yep.
Or if you wanted to change the language, it not only changed the language.
Yeah.
To Spanish, Japanese, German, whatever, Korean, but it matched the mouth movements as well.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
It is insane.
You take that technology with like politicians or any type of recorded format.
Yeah.
The world's doomed, bro.
Yeah.
The world's doomed. But
it is doomed. But I feel like it depends on
we're gonna kill each other. That's
no, but I feel like it depends on your point of view. I really think so, because like I feel like if you're paying that much attention, like when it comes to politicians, right? If you're paying that much attention that everything that they say is right, there's something wrong.
Yeah,
you know. But it should always come to yourself,
right?
You know, you should always look up to yourself.
Yeah.
Not look up to anybody else, because like you're a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have freedom of choice. You're not to be chained up to anybody's opinion.
Right.
I'm a big advocate for that.
Yeah.
If people stand their ground with that, I feel like we're gonna be cool.
Yeah.
You know, but the people who are, I guess, are like weaker in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna be easier to like be moved around by AI or not AI.
Yeah.
I feel like everything is gonna stay the same in terms of like people who like to who are vulnerable for brainwashing, which we all are. You know,
not me.
No, never.
Yeah,
never. But who are vulnerable are just gonna keep being vulnerable. You know, people who try to stay true to themselves, regardless of like things that are going on around them, they're gonna stay that way, and they're gonna teach their kids to be that way, and everything is just gonna be this. In my opinion, everything is just gonna be the same way it is, just a different state of what we're doing in our everyday lives.
Yeah,
you get what I mean? This is how I think of it.
Preach, brother. Preach.
I don't know, man. But you know, I'm just giving out my point of view.
Yeah.
And then how my prediction how this is gonna turn out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I vibe with that. But you know what I don't vibe with?
What?
It's that time.
It is.
It's late.
And
it's sad.
I don't even see it.
I'm crying on the inside and on the outside.
You're not crying on the outside.
I'm crying on the outside.
I don't see it.
I'm crying on the outside. And I just have to say that thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the latest episode of the LeisureHub podcast. Should AI be used in music?
Let us know what you think. We're actually open to, you know, any interpretation of this.
We're not.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We are.
Because it just adds to the conversation. And who knows, if you guys point out something cool, we could talk about it in the next segment of this topic.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
And
I mean, AI could be expanded into video games. AI could be anything that has to do with tech. Really.
Exactly. And we did a with our guest 2 podcast episodes ago, we did a hot take card. So if you have a hot take that you want to drop, send it to us, DM us on Instagram, and it may get even get featured in the next LeisureHub podcast episode.
Yes, send them our way.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta do the
this?
Yeah.
Bro, you can't snap your fingers?
I can. I'm doing it for the mic.
Do it. I was about to say, bro, I had to see with my own.
I had to do it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you on the next one.
Peace.
How?